And we are back. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Narg. Welcome, Paul. Episode 2 of Court of Sport. We appreciate all the love and support we got in episode 1. We know there's a little bit of a delay between that and any new content, but we're back and nothing's stopping us. How's everybody feeling today?
Feeling great, man.
I'm happy to be here.
You got a little more? It sounds like there's a little more you want to say.
No,
You
that's
got
all I gotta say.
All right. I mean, what do you guys think so much? Like, NBA is back. The season it's fully underway. Before we get into, so what we're going to talk about today, we're going to do some overreactions to week 1. But before that, how are you guys feeling about it? Just initial thoughts, like how's your team doing? We got a Nets fan, we got a Bucks fan, we got a Bulls fan.
Nets and Clippers.
Nets and Clippers.
Nets and Kawhi.
Kawhi, yeah.
All right. So what are you guys' thoughts on your own teams?
2 games in, that Sixers game was rough, but they pulled it out. And, I mean, it was a Giannis masterclass against the Rockets. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah. Just another day in the office, you know? How are you feeling about the Bulls, though?
All right.
I mean, you went to that home
opener. I was at the home opener, thanks to SeatGeek. We'll talk about that later. We got something in the works. But it
why you lied?
It was a little tough to watch, honestly. I went in expecting I honestly thought we were going to win that game. I know I may sound a little naive saying that, but with Zach LaVine back, DeMar being hungry after missing that game winner against the Wizards, I thought it was going to turn out good for us.
With that Cavs team.
But Donovan Mitchell
and my dark horse, my dark horse.
Good. I'm not.
And what about my dark horse for Rookie of the Year, real quick? Benedict Mathurin, averaging what, 20? He's averaging like 24 and 9 assists at the time of recording.
Did you see his quote?
No, I did not.
After his game, his 27 points in like 13 minutes or something stupid, 31 minutes, something like that. Yeah. He was like, "I'm the best player. I'm the GOAT." He basically said, "I'm the GOAT." Not like the best rookie, like he's the GOAT.
No, he is him. I'm not gonna lie. I was catching some of his game, and man, he could score the ball.
He's
man.
Tough.
He can.
He's tough.
Him and Paolo's looking very good too as well. I'd like to add that he's looking very good.
We can talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
We can get into the rookie class, but yeah, Bulls are a little disappointing, but it's the start of the season. Everybody's kind of getting underway. Zach looks smooth as ever. But
Ayo's playing good too.
Ayo's playing great. He's
he
honestly like the 3rd best player. Vooch is getting back to his Orlando roots. Yeah. He's in the post. He's babying the smaller guys that are switching on to him. So it's good to see. I'm not completely discouraged, but a little disappointed to start it off. That's
because last year we started. I mean, I'm saying
we. Derrick Rose fan thinks he's a Bulls fan.
All right. Speaking of disappointing though, the 76ers starting off 0-3, and I said last podcast.
Well, let's give Narg a chance to talk about his Nets. Do you got anything you want to say before we dive into the Sixers and the rest of the league? Anything about the Nets or Clippers?
You know, Kyrie had 30 yesterday. Was it yesterday?
It was last night.
Last night.
It was last night. As we're filming.
Yeah.
We don't know when it's going to come out, Josh.
Like if he drops 13.
As we're filming it, he dropped 30 yesterday.
Yeah.
I feel like Kyrie always needs to drop 30, like literally average 30 for the Nets to like keep on winning.
What do you think about Ben so far?
I actually don't want to talk about Ben Simmons.
Okay.
I feel like Brooklyn Nets should trade Ben Simmons, get him out of here.
He's played like 3 games for the franchise, but that's all right.
Hey man,
Ben Simmons being a good basketball player is like a hill I'll always die on. I'll always like defend his name. I think what happened in Philly kind of messed with his confidence.
Oh, I mean, if you're any human being that undergoes something like that, it's gonna scar you.
I think I said last podcast it might have been, or maybe just like talking to somebody. I was like, he is still recovering. What happened in Philly? The whole team threw him under the bus.
Oh yeah, his coach and his co-star.
He became a scapegoat.
Yeah,
but like Doc Rivers got barely to little blame, but it's like Doc Rivers has like the most blown 2-game series lead blown like all
back in his Clippers days, blown 3-1 leads.
Yeah,
he's got a history of it.
Exactly. I don't know how Ben Simmons gets all the blame for it, but
yeah,
I mean he was on the JJ Redick podcast and he said, "Oh, like I know that play looks bad, the where he passes up the dunk to Thibault.
Yeah,
but I mean you're in the moment.
He's making the best basketball decision.
Yeah, he thinks.
I mean, in hindsight's 2020. So obviously, looking back at the footage, but in the moment, I don't think it was out of fear. I think it was similar to like 2018 when LeBron passes it to George Hill when Curry's on him. You know, like he could obviously make a better play, but he thinks that's the best basketball play to make right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you guys ready to dive into some overreactions?
I'm
get
ready.
Some clicks, clickbait some people, get some hot takes, get some trending.
Yeah.
So the first thing I have written down is the 76ers and the Lakers struggles. I feel like they're the most notable, like 0-3.
Like, what's
teams right now.
happening?
I think they
Yeah.
might be the only
0-3.
0-3 teams.
I think
the two
so.
of
Yeah.
them. So, Narg, you want to start us off? Either 76ers or Lakers. Dive in on either of them.
I want to start with the Lakers. The Lakers actually had a great game today against Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah, so as we're recording,
Yeah, as we're recording.
they just played today
Blazers.
against Blazers.
Yeah, like
Keep that in mind when you
3-4
guys
hours
comment about Josh's delay from recording to post, but keep going.
Played today like how he played on the Pelicans. He had,
Minus the scoring a little bit.
yeah, minus one.
Minus the scoring.
He had like what 20-something points, 6 blocks,
Six blocks was crazy.
which is actually
Yeah.
crazy. And LeBron James also played good. He had 30.
Yeah.
Last game he
light
played, he had
king game.
32. So LeBron James is always going to be good.
Is that a hot take? Is that
That's
a
not
hot
a
take?
That's not a
That's
take.
the
LeBron
coldest
James
take
will
that-
always be good.
Yeah, I mean the defense is significantly better than it has been the past couple of years where they've missed the playoffs, and I think that even their role players like Juan Toscano Anderson, Lonnie Walker, like they look good, but the shooting is gonna hold them back for the entire season if they cannot get like even Austin Reeves isn't really hitting like.
Yeah.
I think AD started off 4 for 4 from 3, so like he's kind of starting to hit. LeBron was okay, but you can't rely on them as the only shooters on the team.
I remember at halftime they were 1 for 16.
I
And,
think
the
they're-
only 3 they hit was Austin.
They're
Reeves.
what, like
They were
20 for 100 something, or like
2 for 21 at some point, which
It's-
That's
that
crazy.
it's abysmal.
I was
It's ridiculous.
watching the game I was out to eat, and I don't recall a worse shooting performance.
The only thing I can think of is
The Rockets, yeah,
The
that's what I was
Rockets against.
That's literally what I was thinking.
Who was it, the Warriors?
But the thing then is they were robbed off of like 2 or
Yeah.
3 and 1 3.
That's a completely different
These
situation
guys are
because
just
that team is
yeah.
capable of making those.
Yeah, but-
the Lakers do not seem capable
like
of hitting their shots.
I've
at
never
any
been
point.
like less confident that a professional basketball player will hit a jump shot.
I know.
And
yeah.
I want to talk about this Russ play for a second. People are giving him slander. I think that's.
Are you talking about the one
with
at the
when
end
they're
of
up?
the game?
They're up 1 with what 18 seconds left. Or no,
it
18
was
seconds on the shot clock, and
He
they
used to pull
20
up,
something.
yeah. Yeah, and
he
18
shoots
seconds,
the pull up.
yeah.
LeBron reacted. AD reacted.
I'm not blaming Russ for taking that shot.
No.
Actually,
It's not a bad shot.
it's not a bad shot.
It was just very early in the shot clock.
He wanted to get a 2 for 1.
I
And
think
he's the only reason they got the ball back.
I mean, more than a 2 for 1.
Yeah, because there was more time. You're right, but he wanted to just guarantee they were going to get the ball back.
They would get a
it's
chance,
Not a bad
yeah.
shot, but when you are not hot and you have LeBron and Anthony Davis,
And you're just pulling.
you just, I mean, like I can understand the criticism of him taking the shot, but don't like call it a bad shot.
That's what I'm saying. If anyone else on the court takes that shot, I don't think anyone's really batting an eye to it.
No, nobody is tweeting out like, oh, like why did LeBron take that? Why, even if Austin Reeves took that,
Yeah.
they're not going to be like, oh, why did Austin Reeves take that shot? It's just because it's Russell Westbrook, and they're going to scapegoat him when they lose.
Yeah, like most overhated.
What I want to talk about is Damian Lillard. Because
we can talk about the. I
back-to-back
did have the
40-point
note
games.
on the Blazers. I have Dame is back, and back is in all caps because
Yeah, he is actually back.
wholeheartedly back. He did the Dame time when he
Dame
hit that
Dollar.
three.
Yeah.
It's-
Dame time.
He had what 41 today.
And he had 40 something
Yeah, I
yesterday.
think it was 44.
Or not yet.
gosh.
Or whatever.
His last game. I mean, he is back. It's amazing. I love seeing that too. And they look
Yeah, they
decent.
look
They're,
pretty good.
Are they undefeated?
No, I think they're 2-1.
2-1. They might be. But yeah, the roster looks pretty good. And I mean, when you have Damian Lillard, you're gonna be.
And the supporting cast, like, it's not that bad. Even though they lost McCollum, like, they still have pretty decent role
I
players.
mean, Jeremy Grant is a great pickup for
Yeah,
them.
I mean,
he
he
didn't
had
even give
he had a
up.
big
Yeah.
bucket
Didn't even
today
give up that
on
much.
LeBron
He
too.
did. He had essentially
the game.
yeah, he
winning
gamed.
bucket.
Yeah, he gamed
He had
LeBron
the game
and AD.
winner.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought LeBron was gonna hit that fade when he put it up. Honestly.
I mean, yeah, Dame on him.
yeah.
I like that shot for LeBron. I'm taking LeBron hitting that
it's
shot.
just a little deep, and like having
That
LeBron's
was very
physical
deep, too.
dominance, he could have gotten in. But I mean, with the time and
yeah, but I mean, it's over Dame. LeBron hits that shot, I think, like 8 times out of 10.
yeah.
So
But the Lakers, I said this earlier today when I was talking to my friend. I said the Lakers aren't as bad as their record shows because I think that
they've played 3 very good teams. in
they've
my
played
opinion.
3 very good teams, and it's the Lakers with LeBron. They're going to give them all the best teams so they can get all the views. But their combination of defense and LeBron and Anthony Davis both being on the court. You know, that combination of good team defense and then 2 amazing co-stars, they're not an 0-3 team. You know, I can easily see them in the play-in, especially when multiple of their losses are close games and
Against good
down the
teams.
wire against good teams. So I'm not freaking out if I'm a Lakers fan, but I am a little disappointed.
You know who has a really rough schedule, and I had them making the playoffs. The Kings starting the year.
yeah,
have
they're
a very-
They gave up 89 points to the Warriors today in the first half.
they play the Warriors 3 times by like November 13th. I think the Grizzlies are in there a couple times. They have a very hard schedule. but
Grizzlies are looking good.
Are they 0
They are-
3 or 0 3? The
I think
yeah,
they're 0-2.
they-
Kings,
no,
wow.
Sacramento's 0-2, I think.
are they 0 2?
And I was like, I'm gonna get killed for saying
No,
that
yeah,
they're gonna make the
they-
playoffs.
they're about to be-
But
they're
they
about
got a
to be
hard.
0-3. I mean, De'Aaron Fox looks good. De'Aaron Fox does
He
look
actually does look
very,
good.
very good. But they're just not.
They're not a talented team. But
They're
I
just
thought
not that good
I don't know why. I wasn't just saying it for like
for the clicks.
for the clicks.
We'll say some stuff for the
kinda-
clicks, but that was
that was I genuinely believe
I
that.
kind of don't like how they lost. I think Damian Jones, their big man.
Yep,
Yeah, I actually really like Damian Jones. He played pretty good today against the Lakers, but
on the Lakers
what did I say? What did I say?
against the Lakers.
Oh,
Clip
On-
that,
on
clip
the
that,
Lakers.
Josh.
Don't
Clip that.
don't
Send a
clip
post on the TikTok.
but he played pretty good. I actually like Damian Jones. I like his game.
No, Damian Jones is. I mean, the two centers they got, Thomas Bryant and Damian Jones, were kind of underrated centers. And I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on the Lakers because I feel like every single podcast
Is
and
talking
every
about
single
them.
Talking about the
reporter is,
Lakers, yeah.
constantly talking about the Lakers. But they do have a decent roster. They do have good defense, like I said. I mean, as bad as Russ is shooting, multiple nights he's been the best perimeter defender on the team.
Yeah,
That's not like a crazy thing to say.
He's looking very good on defense. I won't lie.
So I want to talk a little about the Grizzlies. You mentioned them, but in particular, I want to talk about Ja Morant
Yeah.
and Jason Tatum, who we had a comment questioning why
Shout,
we
shout out
didn't have them.
Shout out Yo if you're watching this, because you did comment
You
that.
commented Ja and Tatum, and right now you look like you should be sitting here instead of me because they are looking great. The two
They
of them
are.
in particular are playing amazing. Ja Morant had 49.
50. Yeah.
I mean, we can round up to 50. Ja
50,
Morant had
50.
50.
A 50 bomb.
A 50 bomb in the first 2 games of the season. And Jason Tatum had 40 last night.
Yeah.
And he came out firing. I mean, that first game, the season opener, I was writing notes like, Tatum looks aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like he wants MVP.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the two of them, the fact that none of us had him, you're right, was a little crazy.
It was a little
It
disrespectful.
was
I even
pretty
said the
dis-
Celtics won't even make the, or not make the playoffs, but like be close to contending in the finals. That's what I said.
Yeah, that's
I don't
wild.
even know. I
That is
don't,
pretty wild.
I don't
That
know
is
if they're.
wild.
I think they're gonna be a very good regular season team. I don't know. I think the Nets and the Bucks are a tier above them.
You think the Nets?
I think the Nets.
I don't think
Bro,
the
if
Celtics are.
if they get their chemistry right, I think, bro, Ben Simmons is still an elite defender. If you put Ben
Yeah,
Simmons
but-
on Tatum, I think Ben Simmons could give him a tough time.
But the,
I think Ben Simmons gives
you
anybody.
mean, you mean the same way Tatum did to Kevin Durant last year?
I get that, but let's be real.
Kevin Durant is
Kevin
he's-
Durant is Kevin Durant. He said,
Yeah,
you know,
Kevin
like,
Durant's Kevin Durant, but
Yeah.
the Celtics are so well built
bit
for both sides of the ball. They got Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Robert Williams, Al Horford. Like, they have such good defenders.
and Blake Griffin.
They have such good defenders that I think that they're a great matchup for any team. But I do think that my favorites right now are going to be the Bucks to come out of the East.
to come out of the East.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Right? I
What about the West?
Giannis. So this is overreaction. So obviously this night might not be.
Say the
comes out of the
Grizzlies. Say the
West?
Grizzlies. I will kick you out of my house right now
The studio.
because I know you want to say the Grizzlies.
Ja Morant. I saw this on Twitter. I want to hear you guys' opinions on it. It said Ja Morant will go down as a top 3 point guard of all time.
Wow.
You think he?
Wow.
You think he surpasses Curry, Magic Johnson?
No, top three. So he'll have to surpass.
What do you guys think top 3 is right now?
I know. I'm about to list
Well,
5
we'll
point
have
guards.
we'll have an
I'm about to list 5
episode
point
for this
guards.
a bit later, but just kind of diving into it, obviously Steph and Magic are 1 and 2.
This
So
is
he just
this
has
is
to
the
beat
thing.
out.
Ja Morant's game is great. It's great right now, right?
I mean, amazing.
But he's gonna have to
I'd say
develop
amazing.
more in other areas, because it's like Jordan. When Jordan was in his prime, he was
elite
explosive,
scorer.
but then he could
He's
develop.
comparing Ja Morant to Jordan right now. I don't think that's a bad
It's an
comparison
example.
to have.
It's an example. But listen to what I'm saying. Jordan, he developed a fadeaway jump shot because he couldn't get off the ground like he used to. Ja Morant's gonna have to develop something like that because he's not gonna be able to explode and get to the rim like he will.
It's actually,
But is
I like that ball.
is Russell Westbrook not a top 5 point guard of all time? He is. Russell
wait.
Westbrook?
Oh, Russell Westbrook.
Really? You think he's top 5?
I think Russell
I think it's
Westbrook is
arguable that he could be in the top 5.
Okay.
But do you think Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook are like similar? Who do you think is a better point guard?
I'm,
As a
God.
player,
Point guard.
I'm picking Russ. But in terms of legacy, I think Chris Paul,
I don't know, man.
Chris Paul's
I'm probably putting
Russ.
Russ over Chris Paul point guards all time. What do you think, Narg?
I got D Rose.
Stop.
Anyways,
You think John Morant right now is better than D Rose ever was?
No.
Both bias aside,
Bulls bias aside,
Bro, D Rose was different.
okay,
I'm trying to, bro. D Rose was giving the Miami Big Three trouble.
Yeah.
Literal trouble.
we have gotten so far off topic from
have,
season
we have.
overreactions, but I don't even mind because this is a good conversation to have. But I would not be surprised at all if John Morant's season this year was better than Derrick Rose's MVP season.
that's fair. But I feel like
Like
I
just
feel like-
statistically,
okay, but when-
statistically for sure.
yeah,
because
okay.
statistically that was not like an
That wasn't
amazing
crazy.
year.
Like, you
it was,
got-
you
you got,
have
like,
to watch it.
Anthony
you have
Edwards.
to watch what he's doing.
Anthony Edwards this year will have like a similar statistic season that Derrick Rose's MVP
That's,
year was.
yeah, that's true. But
because it wasn't like it wasn't like mind blowing what D Rose did, but like I
it
feel
was like what?
I
Like
feel like
25, 6, and 5 or something.
I mean,
Yeah.
D Rose, he didn't have insane stats. It's what he did
It's
for
the
his
impact.
team.
It's
yeah,
impact,
it's the
yeah.
impact. I mean, his jumping up, like faking
Hop
the
steps,
layup,
like, what are
passing
you
it out,
doing,
like-
kid? What are you doing?
it's-
Literally, what are
he
you
had
doing?
some ridiculous plays, but
I think John Morant's more explosive than prime Derrick Rose was. Dude, John Morant is the most explosive, the most explosive point guard of all time.
all right,
Easily.
Let's just do a quick.
Dude, you ever see a
let's
guy
do
get
a
off
quick
it?
little activity? Let's do a quick little activity. Start bench cut.
Yeah, I know who the 3 you're picking.
Same, I
Yeah.
do too.
Prime job, prime Russ,
Prime
Russ.
Russ, Prime Rose.
prime Russ start.
Prime Russ starts.
Bench John Morant currently.
Prime Russ,
Rose.
30, 10, and 10. How does he
Oh.
not start? 30,
How does he
10,
not
and
start?
10?
No, he starts over.
It's impact, dude.
30, 10, and 10, leading a lottery team to the
yeah,
to the
that's
five?
insane. If you don't have him starting, no,
He starts.
No, he
He
starts
starts.
easily. He's like
Where did that Thunder team go? When he averaged those numbers.
They were the 4 seed or 5 seed.
5th seed.
I'm talking about like
or
in
6th
the,
seed, 6th seed.
playoffs.
Okay, obviously they're gonna lose
Okay, then
because that roster was disgusting. That
Yeah.
roster should not have been in the playoffs.
That roster employed Andre Roberson.
30, 10, and 10. 30, 10.
that is pretty
unreal.
crazy.
30, so I'm starting Russ, and I'm probably benching Rose right now.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say
You're
the same.
you're cutting Ja,
Oh yes, we're cutting Ja.
bro.
Yes, we're cutting Ja.
Dude,
Probably.
Ja Morant is so much better than Derrick Rose in all aspects of basketball. Besides, maybe like a mid-range jump shot. Derrick Rose's mid-range jump shot.
Okay, I love Ja. I love Ja to death.
I
but
don't like Ja Morant at all. Actually, I think he's pretty cocky, but as a basketball player, he's
he
miles
deserves to be
clear.
cocky.
I know he deserves to be cocky, but I just don't like. You haven't won anything yet, and you won an MIP.
Paul
to
Paul
deserve.
needs to. Both these guys need to like watch D Rose clips after this podcast.
I've
They need
seen
to
some-
watch D Rose.
I've seen some D Rose in my
because him
day.
Wait,
saying
what
that
wins
Ja
games?
Morant
What
is
wins
more
games?
explosive than D Rose
Narg,
is
answer me this.
actually
Answer,
crazy.
Narg, answer me this real quick. What wins you games? Highlights or production?
Production.
Ja Morant was more productive than Derrick Rose was.
Derrick Rose led that Chicago team #1 in the East.
What was it like 3
With
years
the
later?
defending champion
Wait, but 3 years later.
Celtics.
3 years
with
later.
with the big 3 Miami Heat.
Wait,
Who
but-
else was in that East?
Okay, 3 years later though, his center Joakim Noah was
In
an MVP candidate.
conversations.
Bro, anyone can be in an MVP conversation.
Who on that Grizzlies team is ever going to be an MVP conversation? Like objectively.
Brooks.
Stop it. No. He's
Hey, but like that was at that time, bro. Like
But
I
they
feel
still-
like
they have
this
Luol
Memphis
Deng.
team is better than the Bulls team.
this Memphis team is
It's better than that
the
Bulls team.
supporting cast?
Yes.
No.
I'm
no.
I'm gonna have to stop you there.
That Bulls supporting cast.
gonna have
I
to
think
stop
Memphis
Brian
as a
Scalabrine.
unit. Memphis as a unit is better. Because
But that is just
that's
because
Ja. I
That's
think.
yeah.
But I know the people 21 without Ja last year, whatever it was.
That was the dumbest stat ever.
Yeah.
That,
No,
that-
what was
that-
that?
the fact
how
that
they
they
were
was
saying that
floating
they
around.
were like 20-1 without
Ja.
Oh, without Ja.
oh,
Yeah.
Are the Grizzlies better without Ja
So like
Morant?
technically
No.
they are.
No,
yeah,
they're
bro.
not.
They're not.
No, they're not.
I think he's a top 3-point guard in the league right now.
Do you guys want to? I'm just gonna pause. Do you guys want to go back to overreactions or
Wait, can I say one last thing? One last thing about this?
Go, Paul.
go for it? Go for it.
Ja Morant is what, 21? 21,
he
right?
21?
Or is he 22?
Yo, Josh, can we get a
Josh,
how old
Josh.
Ja Morant is?
Yeah, John Morant age. Do, 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 do,
Sean
do,
Kings.
do, do, do.
Oh, man, Josh.
Josh, this is literally your only job. This is
No.
literally, guys. I'm
Ja Morant.
John Morant.
Age.
JAMORANT.
How old is Ja Morant?
We should do an NBA spelling bee.
I would lose.
I would win. So
I would actually lose.
Nog knows he would lose.
I want.
so
I
it's
would.
not even.
23.
23?
23. Listen.
That is old.
No, it's
For like when you're comparing him to D Rose. That is
okay.
old.
Listen to me. Ja Morant at 23 years old is one of the actually probably the best point guard in a league with Steph Curry, who's arguably the greatest point guard ever
You think Ja's the best point guard?
in the league right now.
You don't think Luka's better?
You think at the end of the
Well, I forgot like Luka's a point
Luka's
guard.
like a combo guard though.
Yeah, but he's a point guard. He plays.
I guess
point guard.
okay. Luka's better than, but he's getting compared to Luka and Steph Curry. Derrick Rose is getting compared to who? Like Rondo, Deron Williams.
Okay, bro, but like
You know
he
what I'm
also
saying?
got
Like,
injured.
and he was losing some of those debates too. Like
He also got
like,
injured,
you get
bro.
what I'm saying? Like Ja Morant, if Ja Morant
Yeah.
played back when Derrick
I
Rose was
mean,
playing, he would have been the clear cut by a country mile,
know-
the best point guard in the league. Simple.
You know, regardless of
Youngest
of,
MVP.
of
Youngest MVP.
who we got over who, you know, it's love and appreciation to both of them.
Yeah, I love you.
Oh,
Derrick
yeah,
Rose. I have like
100%.
three
And
versions of Derrick
love and
Rose.
appreciation Russell
Yeah.
Westbrook.
I love and appreciate Russ.
Got to give all the flowers where they're due. But
He's the original, like, got that dog in him.
Oh,
Actually,
of
no,
course.
Jordan is, but like
yeah.
Russ got that dog in him too.
What we got next, Joey?
So I want us to talk about the rookie class. We talked about it a little bit, but Benedict Mathurin, Paolo,
Paolo is tough.
Those are-
those two guys. Jaden Ivey is.
Can I say something?
Go for
Jabari
it.
Smith is not like statistically not jumping off the page, but I was watching that Bucks Rockets game last night because I am a Bucks fan, and
He is.
Jabari
With
Smith.
the Chicago deep dish hat on, he's a Bucks fan.
Okay, but Jabari Smith.
You know, fan of a
me talk,
division
let me talk.
rival. But
let me talk. Jabari Smith game just looks so like, I don't know how to describe it. Just looks so like
Mature,
smooth and like he looks like he's like ready. And I
Yeah.
think if he gets like more touches on that team, he will be a lot better.
it's. I think he was a good pick for the Rockets because when you look at Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, like these are very like emotionally driven guys. Like they're experimental. Like they do not have the refined game that Jabari does. If they would have picked like, I think Keegan Murray could have been also a good pick for them, but they needed one of those players that is like a plug and play where you just put him in and then
He
he's
fits.
gonna he fits
fits.
and he knows his own game and he's not afraid to take a back seat. So I don't think he's gonna get the flowers he deserves this year just because he has some exciting competition. Especially if Chet would have been here.
yeah,
Oh my
Chet, I think
gosh.
Chet actually.
Chet's actually crazy.
I think even if Chet was here though, Paolo is the runaway.
What
Rookie
about
of the
Benedict?
year. Do you think he keeps this up? I don't.
Who did I say was my dark horse? What do dark horses do? They ride. I think he's gonna ride all the way, baby. I won't.
They rad.
I don't see him keeping this up longer than Paolo. I don't really. I think
he-
Paolo's in a league of his own. I mean,
I think the Magic are a very bad team, so Paolo will have a better
not that
statistical
bad.
season.
The Magic?
The Magic are not a good team at all.
yeah, but
they're not like-
they're not. I think they're what 1 and 2.
Okay,
I
but
think they have the
But
same.
Lakers-
the Pacers will be competing for a playoff spot this
I
year.
think they have the same record right now. I mean, it's
the
a
Magic
week
will
into
end the year
season,
in-
but this
in
is
the-
overreaction episode.
The Pacers will be competing for a playoff spot, and the Magic will end the year competing for Victor Wembanyama. There's levels to this, and Benedict Mathurin scoring. Let's say he averages 20. Okay, he averages 20.
He's not averaging 20.
Watch, he's gonna average.
Benedict is
he's
not going to
averaging 18
average
to 20.
And if he does, it's because of Tyrese Halliburton, not because of him. But he's not averaging 20.
Why are you hating on Benedict
I'm
Mathurin?
not hating on him. I'm just.
How can you hate on a man named Benedict? Like he's raw. He is
Okay,
him.
okay. You got the Pistons, the Pacers, and the Magic. I think those are the three
With the best rookies.
most exciting. I think those are the three most exciting teams right now. So,
Like young teams.
yeah.
All right,
I mean, OKC doesn't have the roster.
they don't. I like
They
Shy.
don't have it. I love Shea, but
Oh,
yeah, but it's whatever.
I say Shy. I say
Is,
Shy.
is there a young team I'm missing? I feel like those three.
feel like you
Kings
are
are a little
missing
past
someone.
that. Oh, Rockets. We could put the Rockets in there. So those four teams. What's the ranking at the end of the season? What's the predictions for?
Hornets are pretty young.
Yeah,
No?
but their roster's not that
And a lot of convicts.
yeah.
Yeah,
They don't,
do
I
have a
don't
lot
think
of
they have as
confidence.
good of
Lot of
as good of a
felons.
core. I don't think they have
Yeah.
as good of a core as those other four.
Melo's very.
Melo is going to carry
Very
them,
good.
obviously, but I think they're a pick or two away from having a core that they can just build with. Those other teams, they're riding it out now.
Yeah.
So I probably got the Pacers finishing the highest because of Tyrese Halliburton.
And Benedict Mathurin.
Because of Tyrese Halliburton.
And who, Paul?
And Benedict Mathurin.
Oh, okay.
So he's the guy we were just talking about
Yeah.
for like
No, I just didn't hear him. That's
10
why.
minutes,
I just
maybe?
didn't hear him. That's
I'm like whispering it because
So
he's like
I
trying to
got
just
I
leave
got
him
Pacers, Pistons, Magic, Rockets.
out. I agree with that actually. I want to debate you because like I'm mad at you, but I agree with
I
that.
agree with that.
Because you're not showing my guy love, but like I'll give it to you. You got that one right.
I think the Pacers have the best roster. Do you guys think that Miles Turner and Buddy Hield are going to get shipped off?
I think Buddy Hield to the Lakers will be nasty.
But
For
the
who, though?
Pacers don't want Russ.
I know they don't, but nobody wants Russ at the
Bro, I feel
moment.
like Lonnie's better than Rose
Wow.
for the team.
I'll tell you, this Russ disrespect is getting
Bro,
out of hand.
Lonnie's actually good.
As a basketball player,
Lonnie, I actually really.
You're way too beautiful. Okay, sorry about that little intermission, guys. We're back. We're back. Anyways, I think that Russ can be on a championship team, but he just needs to take like less shots. I think that his confidence is still a little messed up from. I mean, you realize how big the Lakers fan base is?
He's a great
and he's got
facilitator.
90% of that just like
Hate.
hating on him, constantly targeting him. Literally, like, he gets some of the most aggressive hate in the league. Like it really isn't fair. So I think he can be helpful, but on a smaller market. I think there's a reason why he thrived in OKC because it's a smaller market. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a great facilitator.
oh, one of the best playmakers ever.
Yeah, but on a championship team, I mean, like, do you think Russ will ever take a backup point guard role? Like, genuinely, I don't think he would ever.
I don't think so.
I think he's too much of a dog to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Before I start crying, let's just move on.
Bodied him.
Hey,
Like,
he went like 0
dunked
for
on him.
He went 0 for 11 and said, "Hey man, I played pretty solid."
Because he was the best defender
Defensive-
on that team
yeah,
and
he
had
was-
5
yes.
steals.
He was the best defensive player on that
best
court.
perimeter defender.
Was that on the
court.
Clippers? Was that on the Clippers?
Yes, he had.
Okay.
He had.
He actually did play really
He
good
had
on defense.
snatch steals
On Kawhi,
in
yeah.
front of Kawhi
Yeah.
and was playing
Back to
good
back.
defense on
He was
Kawhi Leonard.
he was literally playing like Imad's
700
lock.
My
pounds
goat,
of
my goat.
muscle.
No, like, he was
Killed
playing like
someone.
Imad's lock in stage when it's like 19-18. We're down 1. We need to stop.
And I bring out the ball and green it.
Yeah. With his shot creator, he's a nasty play shot, by the way.
Okay, one more thing I had on the notes. I have Week 1 MVP power rankings. Shout out Kia, but bleep that out if they don't sponsor us when you put
Yeah,
this episode
Kia.
out. Hey, chill, don't. Chill.
Yeah, let me get what is it? Stinger? Yeah, let me get a Kia Stinger.
Yeah, Kia Stinger. All right.
Let me dunk over an
anyways, anyways.
Yeah,
Not
literally.
Ultima, not Ultima. What is it?
Alright.
Optima.
Optima.
Yeah.
Optima. You guys want to do top 3, top 4?
We'll start from 1. We'll start from 1.
I'm joking.
We'll start from 1. We'll start from 1. We'll start from 1.
All right, number 1,
Ja Morant.
Ja
Yeah.
Morant.
All right, that was
Easily.
all right. Yeah, I mean,
Number 2,
JT.
you got Ja Morant 2, number 1, Arg?
Yeah, I got you.
2, you got Jason Tatum.
I got Jason Tatum, and once again, shout out your boy for
Yeah,
seeing what we couldn't.
shout out. But I got Giannis at number 2.
You got Giannis at number 2?
Yeah.
Do you guys mind if I pull up the current standings?
Another voice crack?
Do you guys mind?
No,
So we can
no,
just,
we do not
Just
mind.
see how the teams are looking right now. So
Bucks
the
are 2-0
Boston
and the
Celtics
Celtics
are
are
3-0.
Boston
Honestly,
Celtics 3-0.
my number
But when
3.
we whip Narg's Nets on Wednesday, like we're gonna be 3-0. So
My number 3 is going to be Donovan Mitchell.
wait, whose dark horse was that though? He's at my 4. I have JT at 3, and then 4 I have Donovan Mitchell.
I actually don't know who I have 3.
I mean, you saw
Might be
firsthand.
Giannis. Not gonna lie.
Giannis, dude, I'm telling you, Giannis, rough game against the Sixers, but he was flirting with a triple double. You know, PJ Tucker held him to almost an efficient triple double. That's what PJ Tucker does. He gets shoes and he gets cooked. Okay, he's just so.
And he holds the best player to 50.
Yeah,
Do you,
trust me, I know that firsthand. KD was doing it, man.
do you guys-
I actually love
Are you
PJ
guys
Tucker.
ready
though.
for? Wait, who is your number 3?
I
Let's
said,
do
I said,
five.
I want to do 5 because there's 5 players I want to mention in particular.
All right,
I said Giannis 3.
Giannis 2, Tatum 3.
My number 4, Bulls legend Lauri Markkanen. Bulls legend.
Are you serious?
Lauri Markkinen
he's joking. He's
leading the Utah Jazz to 3-0. You know how big of a part narrative is in the MVP race? This
He
is
has no
Is
narrative.
he actually leading the Jazz?
yes.
Is he the best player
He
on that
dropped
team?
30 today. And he dropped 30 today and beat the New Orleans Pelicans in overtime.
With
They
an
are
injured
3-0.
Zion.
No, okay, Zion was there the whole game. CJ McCollum had a great game, but Brandon Ingram did go out. He got concussed.
I honestly, you know
Prayers for Brandon
who I was flirting with for my dark horse?
Wait,
Flirting.
You know what I mean? Like he was
Jake.
he was on the edge of being my dark horse. Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram.
And I was actually I was talking to my uncle before this, and he agreed with me. He said Brandon Ingram.
Are you talking about before the season? When we did
Before the season, I was saying because
Yeah,
I think
no, Brandon Ingram's a great pick because of how good the Pelicans can be.
They
But as
can.
of right now, the Utah Jazz, they're 3-0. They need to get some love. They need to get some love. So Lauri Markkinen,
okay, but he's not.
you're in my Kia ranking, Laurie.
he's
Come
not
back
gonna-
to Chicago. We need you at the 4. Come back.
Well, you know, you
Screw
need rim
Patrick
protection.
Williams.
You need Jesus over there in Chicago.
all right.
Okay.
I kind of want to change my number 3.
right, bro.
I kind of want to change my list. So I have Ja, Tatum, and I actually have Lillard in front of Giannis.
Okay.
Bro,
I'm
Lillard
glad you
is
said that because
actually
I have
good.
Dame at 5. I have Dame at
Lillard's
5.
actually good. Yeah.
Lillard, like he's
Yeah.
actually good.
Yeah. So yeah, he is. He's back, and I didn't.
Wait,
I
you're saying
didn't think,
Giannis isn't good?
No, I'm saying he's good, but like Lillard, like he's
what
playing
is he?
really
What is
good.
he even saying?
'Cause you
What is
said-
he
wait.
even saying?
Why is he bad?
Because
He literally
I love
played
Giannis.
26 games last season, and he's coming back and
Yeah,
playing like he's never left.
I didn't expect Dame to
Came back
come
like I never left.
That good, that fast.
No, I agree with you. Actually, I put Dame at 5.
So I think
Who'd you have at 4?
Spido,
Oh, okay, okay,
Spido Mitchell,
okay, okay, okay.
rookie of the year.
I think it's interesting how Jokic is on no one's list.
I mean,
Not because he's playing well, just because he's a back-to-back MVP. And I think that
and they like giving him MVPs he doesn't deserve, such as last year.
kind of.
as-
I think some players that are going that
Indubitably.
like we're surprised of. So obviously it's week 1, but it's overreactions. We're surprised Jokic isn't there. We're surprised Luka isn't there.
And
Yeah.
wait, who's your number pick leading in? Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Wait, the guy that dropped 40 last game? 40 points?
Who?
Joel Embiid. He had 40 points.
Okay, but
last
let's talk about the first 2 games.
That's fine. He wanted James Harden. I also want to talk about James Harden
This
because
is-
I feel like
listen.
when we talked, but we didn't talk that much about the Sixers. So let's
Wait,
switch.
who did he drop 40 on?
Okay, so I think. Do you guys think James Harden is back? Like he is.
No.
I wouldn't say he's back, but we're getting like shades.
He's not back, but he's like back.
No, we're getting
He's
shades.
not like back,
We're
but
getting
he's like
shades
back.
of James Harden on the Rockets.
No, he's
Okay,
He's actually
What do you mean, okay?
no his I actually
You're just trying to like make me like.
genuinely his game is like looks a lot different than when it was. He was pulling mid ranges against the Bucks. I've never seen James.
yeah,
Harden,
that's
seen
why.
James Harden shoot
That's
mid-range.
the only thing I would say he's not. It's not Rockets James Harden, but it is. It
a
is
form of James Harden that's
a
great.
form of a great James Harden.
That's why. That's the only reason I'm saying he's not back because he's not like spamming step backs. You know, getting to the line.
The athleticism has definitely taken a hit. He's not
Yeah.
hitting it from as far back. He's not doing these athletic like finishes or float. He's doing a lot more of like a fundamental game, and obviously his role's different. So he's playmaking. He always was capable of playmaking. He's spoon fed Capella, just like John Wall, who we will talk about.
Spoon feed
Spoon-fed
Subats.
Gortat. Spoon fed Gortat in Washington.
But like Zubats is the new Gortat. you know?
Anyways,
That's what I was actually thinking watching
it's
the
a
game.
it's a different James Harden we're seeing, but it is a much better James
It is
Harden.
it's a great.
So I would say that he may not be back, but he's back.
Wait, but can we go back to my? Who did Embiid drop 40 on?
It doesn't matter. He had 40 points.
like, this is what I'm saying,
You're
like-
acting like Giannis didn't do that to the Rockets, bro.
But Giannis did it in 28 minutes on 80% shooting.
He dropped 40 and 28.
Do you watch
40
basketball? Does
44.
he watch basketball?
44. No, it wasn't.
Hey,
no,
we're
it's
doing
not even.
applications.
It wasn't publicized.
Sport member applications. It'll be in the link.
It was not publicized because it's Giannis. That's what he does. 80%
Yeah.
from the field.
no.
Like, can I add this?
20 minutes is crazy.
Giannis's jumper looks like I know everyone goes.
It
Oh,
looks very smooth.
Dude,
He-
his bag is deep this
My
year.
favorite thing about Giannis is that he is constantly improving,
And I feel like it's a cliche because everyone says it, but if you genuinely watch him through the years,
Oh no, without a doubt. Not only
Yeah,
does he
it's
look
insane to
smoother,
watch,
he
yeah.
looks like smarter every year. He looks stronger every year, and he just looks like I've never seen someone accomplish so much and stay so hungry.
did you see the Euro step dunk too?
Oh yeah, from like 2 steps from half.
Yeah, he's insane.
No, he's ridiculous. I mean, it's run and dunk, man. And
He just spams it.
But it's
That's
been
why he got a ball
amazing.
to his head.
It's been amazing basketball we've gotten so far. I do want to show some love to John Wall because
He played really good against the Lakers.
John Wall is back. John Wall is back.
Talking about the
God.
Clippers. I don't know. I kind of just started
No,
talking about the
just go
Clippers.
power through it.
Kawhi actually played really good off the bench.
That's what I was saying. Why he wasn't like in MVP conversations for me is because I had a feeling
The
he
load
wasn't gonna-
management already
Yeah,
is just kind of crazy. Do
Like,
you
he's gonna
regret-
start the first.
Sorry.
Would you like to change your MVP pick?
Yeah, would you like?
We're only like 3
we
games
will-
in.
Why would I change? It's literally 3 games in, and he's
'Cause
coming
he's
off
not
the
gonna
bench and
be-
he's playing pretty good.
The first like month he's gonna be coming off the bench. Well, you gonna be 6-man too? You could change that to 6-man, not Ark. You could change that. You could change that pick to 6-man.
No, I think that. Do you have any regrets about the pick so far?
No, bro, no. Bro, we're 3 games. It's been 3 games.
Okay, but the load management that early into the season.
It's scary to
That
see.
early into the season.
Wait, bro.
He's the king of that though.
No, if I could go back, I would change my list a little bit.
To what?
You'd have Ja at 1.
I would no, not Ja at 1.
And then in a month when John's
If-
not there anymore, he'd be I would
Like
have
obviously,
so and so at 1.
so we're doing overreactions, right? So I'm gonna overreact.
Okay.
I would have Giannis 1.
Thanks.
I would have Ja 2. That was the loudest gulp. I hope that the camera got that. Because that was the loudest gulp I've ever heard.
Paul, did you hear?
Yes.
Then it was pretty loud then.
What are you stressing about?
It was like one of those ones in anime.
worried about? Yeah.
Bro, I'm hungry, bro. I'm
You're hungry, so he's gulping.
He's about to start crying for Little Caesars.
Shut up.
I would have Giannis 1, Ja 2,
They hate me, bro.
Joel
That's what they
3,
hate me.
Zach LaVine dark horse.
Bro,
So I don't
he hasn't
know.
played a game.
I watched him yesterday.
But he played one game and they got cooked by like
He
32.
played one game and
and they got cooked by 32.
but he looked so good. He
by
looked
a Darius
so
Garlandless Cavs, right? Then they lose
Yeah.
to that team.
good. Yeah.
Oh.
But Zach LaVine, he just
Josh, that's crazy, right?
He also
He nodded, by the way, camera.
he's also
Yeah,
one of
thanks.
those guys that if you actually watch, I watch nearly 82 games of him, and he gets smoother every single year. He is one of the most like just offensive skill set, one of the most talented players in the league.
He's a three-level scorer.
He is the definition of a 3-level scorer, and I think that
He's one of
Who do
those
you-
rare cases. He's one of those rare cases where he tore an ACL and he came back better.
and he came back so much better.
Yeah.
So
Russ
much
Russ
better.
is one of those people that came back better after a torn ACL.
Derek,
Oh, wait.
just
I was just about to ask, who do you think is smoother, Paul George or Zach LaVine?
Paul George has a smooth game in the NBA, and I will die on that hill.
The smoothest game in the NBA goes
Paul
to
George is so smooth. He makes Zach LaVine look like he's lagging when he's playing basketball. That's
That
how
is so
smooth Paul
facts.
George is.
Bro, Paul
Paul
George
George
is
has
so
the
good at
smoothest-
basketball. Like, he is so
literally
good at basketball.
Yes,
He's
Paul
so
George.
good.
Paul
He's
George
so-
probably has like some of the best
No,
highlights.
no.
some of
Paul
the
George.
handles.
Paul George is the definition of like a hooper. Because this
Okay,
Giannis,
yes, but I
Giannis
don't
is
know
not.
why
Giannis is a.
that-
Giannis
why
is,
that means you have to just drag down Zach.
Zach. I'm not-
I'm not-
Because
I'm not-
Zach is,
I'm not
like,
dragging
just
him down.
smooth and
Let me talk.
and Hooper, Zach's like probably number 2.
Tatum. And then 3, we got Jordan Clarkson.
I think if you're just like I'm not
Jordan
saying
Clarkson.
like, I'm not.
This is my
Obviously, I'm
definition
not
of
saying
hooper.
that Zach's skill set is better, but it looks smoother. Zach hooping looks smoother.
Then Tatum.
Yes.
No, man. That
It
little
just looks so clean.
No, he does a shoulder roll in between the legs.
bro.
No,
It-
what's
his-
your definition of a hooper?
PJ Tucker.
No. If I had
It's a
to
corner
assign
zero.
a player to the definition of Hooper, is Jordan Clarkson.
That's what I'm saying. It's in my opinion, like a hooper's like somebody whose skill set is obtainable. Like I can't go and play like Giannis. You know what I'm saying? I can if I'm in the lab enough, I can go and play like Jordan Clarkson because he's a hooper.
It's actually facts, Paul.
You feel me?
No, I do feel you.
What are you
Thank
looking
you.
at?
I don't know, but I feel you.
Am I dunking on Joey again? It's like 2 posters in one game. In one quarter,
I'm
actually.
sweating. I'm sweating.
He is.
I'm just.
No,
I'm
he's
sweating
actually
out of
crying.
anger.
No, but like I
these are angry
actually
tears.
am sweating.
These are angry tears. Like I'm mad because you guys are just disrespecting.
Dude, Jason Tatum has a smoother game than Zach LaVine.
Like
Zach LaVine is more
I
athletic.
don't want people to think that I'm saying like his game is better, but aesthetically pleasing. Zach
I'm-
LaVine is more aesthetically
Genuinely, I
pleasing.
think-
like
I think-
watching Zach LaVine play, Like it just like it looks cooler.
So you like a between the legs and then throw up a contested floater, miss, and then Daddy DeMar, bail me out, like that.
And
like
DeMar
that?
hits a ridiculous fadeaway bottom
DeMar
of the net.
DeRozan is also on that list of just pure hoopers.
And then like Grayson Allen like outperforms him in the playoffs.
Don't talk about that. Like I'm serious. I'm serious. Do not bring up that name on this podcast.
But wait,
I will walk out right
Why
now.
would
If
you
you
want
say
to
his
bring up
name one more time, I will walk out.
all right, the owner of the Chicago Bulls. Why can't I say his name?
Don't say it, don't say it.
If can we change topics? Can we change topics?
Great Nike Tech. He thought I was gonna say it. I said great Nike Tech. You heard that, Dark?
KD's game's pretty smooth. But yeah, I heard you, Paul. I heard
Yeah.
I heard you.
I was like, that's gonna be so awkward on
Do
film.
you guys want to make a list of pure hoopers? Let's get a starting five. A starting five of pure
In-
hoopers.
At every
order?
position.
In order?
Yeah.
Point guard.
We'll do.
Okay,
Point guard.
we'll do this last segment.
Yeah,
For the
we,
show?
we can finish off with this.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
a
Alright, yeah.
list of pure hoopers.
All right, my starting five.
every position.
At the one, Troy Bolton. Joking. Jordan Clarkson.
What?
Two at the two.
But he's
Paul
a shooting
George.
guard. Jordan Clarkson
He is
is
a
a shooting
shooting
guard.
guard.
Are you
But he,
gonna- are you
I'm
gonna
gonna
make him
run
run
that
your one?
point
You gonna
because
make-
he came into the league as a point guard.
Okay.
So point guard Jordan Clarkson, and he's a good handler.
So we're just doing all five or like 1-1-1? Or like he does five, you
Do you
do
guys want to make a team together or separate teams?
separate team.
Yeah, kind of separate.
Jordan-
I don't want to like be with Paul, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Dunk on
You
kid
can
too
go
much.
first. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go position by position.
All right, I got
We'll
point
each-
guard. Point
we'll
guard
each
Jordan
pick-
Clarkson.
Are we allowed to repeat or no?
Yeah.
Well, I don't even care. My point guard is Shea Gilgeous Alexander.
That's a good pick.
That actually is really good.
And he has some drip on him too.
Shea
That's
is
good. And his girl's fine.
All right.
respect.
Shea, we're
Please,
sorry.
please say respect.
Should I say
to him.
shy?
Respect,
Should I say
respect.
shy?
My
It's Shea. It's Shea.
No, I want to be like Flay. I like pronounce everyone's name wrong. Shy.
Your point guard. You can repeat.
John Wall.
John Wall's a good pick.
Nasty
but,
W2.
but the athleticism is a huge part of his game. So it kind of
But he has like he has the 360 layup. That's
Yeah,
a
no,
hooper
the
move.
360
He has the behind the
layup.
back.
Yeah, I was about to say that
no,
behind the
for
back.
sure, for
That's
sure.
that
All right, your
shooting guard. Paul George. Say Zach
This should be
Levine. You will
unanimous.
get jawed on camera.
Zach Levine.
Wow.
Zach Levine.
There's a reason he voice cracked the first time he said it because he's not even sure
Zach
about it.
Levine.
Can I put PG at small forward?
Yeah, I put. You can put PJ at small forward. Yeah,
Okay,
he's a
then
shooting guard,
I
small
also have Zach Levine too then.
forward. Wow. Small forward. I got Tatum.
My small forward is Paul George.
Paul George.
Power forward. KD.
My power forward is Jason Tatum.
KD.
Center's a tough one, honestly.
That's
'Cause
why.
he's a-
That's why I'm running KD at center.
Ooh.
Okay,
He's
so you got
7
KD
feet.
at center. Okay, I mean,
He's 7 feet.
who's like
I'm
honestly,
like-
actually,
That
no,
is-
you know
I
this is
think I
karma.
know who you're gonna say, Paul.
who?
No, go. I don't want to be wrong.
I'm between two guys because their skill set is obtainable, but like obviously being 7 foot is not obtainable.
Are you thinking is Jokic? Are you?
I was
of
thinking Jokic or Bam, because Bam is a hooper.
Bam is a hooper.
Because he could guard 1 through 5. Like that gives me good defense too. Tatum's a good defender. KD's a good defender. PG's a great defender. Jordan Clarkson, he's a little lacking there, but you know he'll make like a layup over his head.
Yeah.
So it makes up for it, baby. So I'm gonna go Bam at 5. Bam at the 5, and he will baby KD at center.
Who are
So
Who you got KD?
I got KD.
I got AD.
actually, that's a good.
That's
He only played
actually-
point guard
that's
in
an
high
underrated
school.
pick.
Yeah,
He was a
That's
point
an
guard in high
underrated
school.
pick. He is a
Yeah.
hooper. So
Just don't let him fall,
I'll,
you know?
I'll say my full five first, just so everybody can remember. I got Shea Gilgeous Alexander at the 1, Zach Levine at the 2.
These are pure hoopers, by the way.
Wait,
Paul
you said Jordan Clarkson was the definition of a pure hooper. You left him off.
Yeah,
How?
because I want to be original and
Wait,
I
who
wanted
do you
Shea to
leave
get
off?
love.
Who do you leave off?
JC, Jordan Clarkson.
Jordan Clarkson's not on my list.
LeBron's
But
best
I just
teammate
wanted
ever.
to show love on some other guys.
All right.
I got Paul George at the 3, Jason Tatum at the 4, and Kevin Durant at the 5.
My squad's actually babying yours, though.
You have Jordan. No, it's not, bro.
Yes, it is.
Shea is
I'll-
actually cooking JC all day.
Oh, I kind of
All
want to change
day.
mine.
Bro, but nobody else on. That's like the only match
But
we
you
have.
can't
The
leave
other
any-
four
you
guys,
can't
the other
leave
4 guys
anyone
are elite
open. You can't
defenders.
leave anyone open.
But the other 4 guys are good
And
defenders.
Shea's also an amazing.
Is Zach Levine a good
facilitator.
defender?
Zach Levine's a pretty good defender.
Be honest. For the podcast, unbiased, is Zach Levine a good defender?
No,
What?
no.
Okay, thank
He's
you.
pretty good.
But you can't leave anyone on my team open, and Shea's gonna find him as soon as you slip.
I mean, I guess, but
My 5 is Kevin Durant.
dude, my
Bam's gonna come in to help.
Whoa, we don't
KD's
have
never
Ben.
missed.
Oh, never
He has
mind.
Bam.
Yeah, yeah.
I have Bam,
Sorry
but
about Ben.
All right. Say your fives. Because
gonna say my five.
We're wasting
Okay,
the
go
audience's
yours
time
now.
at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
I'm
no,
gonna say
go,
my
go.
five, and I'm gonna switch it up a little. Point guard, I have John Wall. Shooting guard, I have Damian Lillard instead of Zach LaVine, because Damian Lillard's an actual hooper.
Yeah, he is a hooper.
Number
I like
three,
that
I
pick
have.
too, but I have to show love to
But
JC.
now you're getting babied. Not Damian Lillard is not stopping Zach LaVine. Damian Lillard is not.
You just said he's not a good defender.
But he's not. What is? Okay, now I'm on Joey's side. I'm on Joey's team.
You
now.
just said he's not a good defender.
And
How would he-
I'm talking about Damian
on
Lillard
offense?
guarding
On offense?
Zach.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because it's my team, I'm thinking offense. It's your team, you're thinking defense. How's that like bad?
But like leave.
You realize?
Wait, no, just tell Dame to leave Zach LaVine for an open floater, and I promise you, Rose Z is catching that ball. You feel me?
Just finish your five.
Number three, I
Finish
have
your
Paul
five.
George. Number four, I have
Jason Tatum.
KD. Yeah, I had KD. And then five out of AD.
It's a good list.
1, Jordan Clarkson. 2, Zach LaVine. Joking. 2, Paul George. 3, Tatum. 4, KD.
You know, honestly, Jaylen Brown should be in this conversation too.
He can't dribble the ball well though. So is it really like a hooper? He's an athletic beast, but dude, he dribbled the ball off his foot like 4 times.
I think he's
in
a
that
hooper.
series. He's a hooper. I
he's-
like Jaylen Brown, even though he doesn't. He won't
I think
like.
if he was on his own team, he would show that he was a hooper.
I actually was talking to somebody last year. I was like,
Finish your five.
5. I got Bam. I'll continue what I was gonna say next episode if we ever talk about JB again.
So
But-
does that mean we're wrapping it up for?
We're wrapping it up
Right.
like a Chick-fil-A wrap.
That's cringe. Josh, cut it, bro.
Josh, cut that out. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to follow us on all our socials. Josh is gonna put them right here. Right? Or am I an idiot?
Josh,
It should be
Yes.
over here.
Are you gonna
somewhere.
put them?
It should be over here
Put it-
somewhere. Or just
put it-
on my head. On my
All
head.
right. Put the Instagram here, Twitter here, and then
TikTok here.
TikTok there. TikTok there. All
Yeah.
right.
I feel like
Joey's
Twitter
OnlyFans.
somewhere.
And then- chill, Gabe's watching.
My bad, Gabe.
All right. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back sooner than we were last time. And you know what I say now? Take it away, Josh.